My video for May the 18th, 2019, excuse me, is video number 3089. The title is The Trial of Faith Works Patience. Well, that's what I was taught. And it's written in James, I start to say King James, but James 1:3 in the Holy Bible, authorized by King James. Humanity's faith has been tried for eons, literally. Most were not only patient, we were also ignorant. We had no clue, no vision of anything better, at least not most of us. If it wasn't for the internet, even fewer would have a clue as to how much we've been fed a diet of lies. To me, one of the biggest lies is to get us to believe that real change is just around the corner. Any day now. How many songs of hope have been written? How many promised dates have come and gone? For me, it was the restoration of the Republic for the United States. Then Swiss Indo. More recently, the currency revaluation, RV. All promises failed. All hopes were dashed on the shores of a sad reality. We've been forced to deal with multiple delays. Many friends have died along the way, with many more I never knew. Only believe. All things are possible if we only believe. Really? When does faith finally die and give way to the sad reality that nothing really changes? Everything remains the same. Once again, I struggle. These have been very trying times for me, especially recently. I had one of my friends that's been a friend for a long time request that I make a video with him about a friend of his that's missing in Hawaii. And while that's a sad thing, I don't plan on making a video about somebody that I don't even know. And I declined that invitation. And I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this video or in my life. Because as I said, I have been one who has hung on to promises of real change for a long time. And the real changes have not happened. There have been delays and delays, one after the other. With the RV, it's always imminent, but never actually happens. Supposedly, the government gets the first shot at the revalued currency. Really? The government should get the last shot at it. If they want to make real change, they have to give it to people that are visionaries, that want to do right. Government has never done right. It's been corrupted for a long, long, long time, even before King James created the authorized version of the Holy Bible, in which many things were left out, and I'm sure many more were changed, although we're told that it's not, that it's all inspired. And I used to believe that. I don't believe it anymore. Believe, again, has a lie in the middle of it. I want to experience change, not just simply hope for it to happen. Folks, I know it sounds like a broken record to those that listen every day. To hear me speak words of such frustration. But telling the truth is and has long been something that I have greatly valued. And I've based my life on trying to tell the truth. And when I've made an error and said something that wasn't true, I've gone back and corrected it. Sometimes that correction has worked against me in some instances. I'm not going to go into those now, but that's the reality, because we live in a world that is not based on truth, where there is very little integrity. I'd like to think that because of the internet, because people are waking up more and more and more, we're going to actually see real change. Many thought Trump was going to bring that. I was skeptical from the get-go because Trump aligned himself with other terrorist nations. Not that the United States is not a terrorist nation, but we're more subtle. There's another nation on this planet in the Middle East that is much less subtle about their terrorism. They are openly terroristic, stealing land from people that have lived there for multiple generations and making life hell on earth for those which were native to the land. And the people that came to the land were ones that came from other countries in Europe and around the world to set up a different government prior to the biblical prophecy's fulfillment. Shiloh did not come, as I said in the last video. The Messiah is not here yet. Real change has not occurred. Will it ever occur? I don't know. I don't know. The trial of my faith is not working patience. It's working the exact opposite. It's working frustration. It's working at destroying the positive things that I've looked at and looked forward to. Looking forward to, though, is not living in the now moment. And we're only supposed to focus on the now moment, according to so many people. Really? Well, I'm sorry. I have a past, and I'd like to have a future. Will I? I don't know. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. One day at a time. Yeah, only believe. Well, how long do I have to hold on? How long do I have to wait? And when I say I should be saying we. We that want to see truth uplifted in a world where our leaders are notorious for lying. And it doesn't matter which party. It doesn't matter whether it's Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton in office. I think Donald Trump may have been the lesser of two evils. I'm not so sure. He still seems like he would like to start a war. He's doing many things that I absolutely do not agree with. I don't think Hillary would have been any better. I think she might have even been worse. It just would have been a different set of problems that would be coming forth from her administration as opposed to the Trump administration. And of course, Australia has problems, Canada has problems, Europe has problems. Of course, the third world has problems. All the nations of the earth are in a state of trial. And many people within those countries are in a state of wanting to hope for something real and wanting to maintain some kind of faith that there is a loving God that actually cares and empowers us at the very least to stand up against all the onslaught of lies and the liars that run our governments. But of course, again, governments are mind control institutions, always have been. That's what the word itself actually means. When are we going to have change? When are we going to have the reward of faith? Or will we continue to go down the road of despair? Thank you, folks, for listening. Namaste.